welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are up 2-0 for Tempest against MVP, or former MVP Miracle. It's always an old habit of mine. Cast his teams with you since 2016. You and I cast their debut game in Busan.
That's right.
In the 2016
they
season
defeated
3.
Tempest 3-1.
Yeah, they did. It was pretty cool.
It was a big upset.
Tempest Storm back then.
Tempest Storm, yes. Right after their win back from
Mid-season
summer.
brawl, yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
they used to be called the Summer
yes.
Global Championship, but anyways.
Time
You and I are getting all the names wrong, huh?
time has passed, Wolf, and we're into HGC, and it is going to be Towers of Doom. Another Falstad map. I think Tempest will just continue to play like this. Of course, Lockdown, I don't think he's playing the best Falstad today. Usually the one, I would say the best player in Korea to actually have the perfect flight position and use that gust. But in game 2, he was very late. It was kind of weird to use that gust at the time. I think it was actually better to just disregard the team and just keep on pushing the lane. They lost the fight even before that.
Yeah, there were mistakes made, let's just say. But a win's a win here for Tempest. Medivh will be banned again. Phoenix will be banned.
No.
So, what did they take this time? Last time they prioritized the Genji. Still very strong on this map. But again, the last draft was the Abathur draft, and it was not executed very well. So maybe just taking a safer Malfurion pick here might be the better option. Do leave open the Maiev on the other side, which becomes terrifying.
Last time was Genji, but hurt themselves a lot by picking Genji.
It gets really weird with Phoenix in the draft now. Like, there's so many different things that you have to think about.
There's so many heroes open. Like, Maiev is always open, which was super contested last weekend and even the week before, but she's not really picked anywhere because we saw a lot of the teams first pick Maiev and struggle against a team comp that basically counters what she does. Like,
yeah, you have to pick her later.
A Falstad. There are lots of solutions right now.
Certainly so. See if they fall into the trap. The Stukov ban again. Saw Maiev banned both times in games 1 and 2 after Tempest moved away. Malfurion is definitely going to be one of their picks. Whether it's the Garrosh that comes with it or a Maiev if they really want it is yet to be seen.
I think
Falstad,
continue.
huge power on this map, so I think that's something that Miracle needs to consider. Maybe even consider banning.
Yes, and not just going to be Falstad, it is going to be Dami's Tracer once again. Used to be Sign, they used to have the role swap. I like this way a little bit better. Having the tank go into DPS and then back to tank was kind of weird. It did work though, but I like the solid having the DPS playing DPS. Tank always tank.
Yeah. Man, Sniper and HA2 look lost tonight. This has not been a good series for Miracle.
Genji, and what else?
I think they should get Uther in this
rotation. Might as well. That's exactly what I was thinking. Might as well just lock in Uther.
Yeah, get Uther here. And then maybe just the Garrosh. Take the top tiers, take them away.
And also the counter against Genji.
So much easier to play the Genji when you have those on your side.
And Judy plays a decent Garrosh also.
Like, the Muradin pick we saw last game was just totally worthless. It was cool in concept with the...
Variant!
Yeah. It was cool in concept with the Abathur. This... Stukov being picked ahead of time. So, if Tempest wants to try to run the Maiev, feels a little bit less attractive. We have to, again, assume this is going to be tank variant and not soul laner, but anything can happen. Except Phoenix being picked.
Yeah, the taunt, very, very likely. Maybe a Colossus Smash against Tracer still look possible too. Although I think taunt is a better one. But we heard from KSP Black that late game variant falls apart. Strength goes down. Not really able to tank as a tank. And also taunt only one target. Why not just pick Garrosh when you can have an AoE taunt? And stronger of a tank also.
Varian has a shorter cooldown, obviously, on his taunt. And it does give him a large health buff, and he's been buffed insanely in terms of his scaling. But yeah, the late game doesn't work as well for you. Kind of get kited, you feel a little bit out of the loop. You see both Malthael and Sonya being highlighted. They continue to go with the Malthael ban, which means that they probably want to draft Sonya now. If Miracle bans it, then Tempest will just take the Haka. They'll be up the creek without a paddle, so to speak. So I think that the proper choice here is to look for, yeah, this is exactly what I was saying. Ban the Falstad.
Good.
And now they can't at least run circles around you in terms of macro. Tracer delaying the altars, Falstad's pushing bell towers.
Something else that you have to think here would be the Haka. I think Tempest has a great chance of picking that up as well. Falstad, that global's gone, but the Haka is also available as a solo lane. We don't exactly know what Miracle is going to choose, but still a great pick on this map. And lots of bushes around the bottom altar, especially.
What do you think about just a Garrosh to Haka rotation here?
And finish up with the extra DPS.
Yeah, maybe finish up with a Tychus or a Li Ming, depending on what happens on the rest of the draft. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's usually how Ballistics tries to finish the draft. I think Tempest is kind of following that path. I'm not saying Ballistics is the only one.
They take the Sonya. The Malthael was banned, so they're not worried about that matchup at all. And it will be Tassadar, so double support Tracer here. Again, we're seeing so much double support tonight, and it's got a pretty low win rate.
I think they're concerned about that Stukov silence. Mafia healing may not be enough for Tracer alone. Just having us another tool as a protecting shield, maybe the way as Medivh is out from the ban.
Greymane, Dahaka gets taken. Is it going to be a Tyrael pick here? That means the Tracer is so difficult to kill. Tyrael can do so much to delay. Good for Sonya as well. Prevents a lot of what Stukov is trying to do, what Greymane's trying to do. We're going to see something a little bit more meta. Okay, Anub'arak, Garrosh. It's not entirely clear with this draft. There's clear strengths with the Garrosh, especially against Greymane Dahaka, and even Variant. It has to get very close to you. And there's also the strengths of the Tyrael in terms of extra support for these heroes. It's a tough call.
Garrosh pairs up well with the other supports.
Sign doesn't really favor either hero. He's better on the Tyrael than he is on the Garrosh. They're going to grab the ETC. So this is a comfort pick for Sign. Neither of the heroes we mentioned.
I think ETC is a lot more risky. In this case, there's the isolation from Dahaka. The taunt could be used on ETC. But Sign's risking it a lot. Maybe he feels comfortable. Maybe he's able to escape with the face melt, but we'll see. Compared to the other ones that we have named, I think it's a lot more risk involved in this game.
Yeah, it's pretty good against Varian in a lot of ways, but I think it's very weak against Stukov, Dahaka.
I was even thinking Johanna for a second. But pulling that off might work. May actually cost himself time if he power slides in and then caught into any kind of CC. Once he doesn't have any escapes against CC, he will be dead. He's not the most tanky frontline hero.
Oh, definitely not. Not since a while now, G-Clef. He's got armor, but... Oh, we're just doing this today. No chat's about it, man. That's the Gravekeeper. Can we get a shot of the Raven Lord? No? No Raven Lord?
It's protected, by the way.
Protected, indeed. Alright, that's Miracle. Show me that Raven Lord! Give me that Raven Lord!
What is that mount?
That's Spider-Man. No, it's, I don't know. It's like a...
I've never seen that before.
It's a Black Widow that has, instead of the hourglass, it's got the, Here's the Storm logo. Here's the Storm is poisonous. What? No, it's totally fine. It's safe.
Safe for everyone to play, and it's free to play as well.
Yep.
Let's see how Tempest wants to make their rotation here. As okay, ETC alone. They do have a lot of utility to move around. So Gunza as a solo lane gotta be careful, even though it is a longer map. to rotate around. You can't. You really have to follow that ETC Tracer rotation all the time.
Yeah, the Tracer freezing, or sorry, all that thought we're gonna see this power slide. Judy body blocked out. Pulse connects. Already used his parry. He's dead.
Perfect. That's what I'm going to call that. Perfect CC, the timing, the route.
Look at where Good has this lane frozen. It's perfect for him. With no more ammo on the turrets anymore, he freezes the lane here, which means he can always soak safely. Ends up getting tongue grabbed here, but he's not even care. He's not even interested. So that was a great way for him to make sure that the early game was safer here. Freezing the lane is something that we don't see out of most teams actually in Korea, but it's become more common recently with Sonya back in the meta. It's been pretty easy for her to do it. Leoric as well.
We see, because of the camp changes now, you can dodge all the projectiles. You see a lot of Tracers just building pulse bombs around the Sapper. And not just Tempest, a lot of the team, Ballistics, also KSP Black.
Yeah. Tracers become a high priority pick on this map, partially because of that reason. You always have pulse, you're always able to help clear camps. Good now that he knows there's no threats because Genji is showing in the top lane and Variant's not coming up anywhere. He's just going to go ahead and push this lane so hard that he can take the camp. He wasn't losing it before, he was just intentionally keeping it near the tower so he'd be safe. There's the first taunt of the game. That level 4 is up, but burst coming through here. Variant not going to be able to live through much more of that. Has to back away. Meanwhile, Good going to be challenged here by H82.
I wanted to take a look at the solo lane. Good also has a sustain and no help from whatsoever from the teammate. So that's 1v1 exactly. And no one's really winning it, no one's really losing it, but Sonya seems like she was about to take the camp, but no. We saw Genji rotating, so she's gonna come down.
Down here looking for some harass. Meanwhile, channel from Sonya, channel from Malfurion. No interrupt on the third shrine, but they're getting a lot out of this. Pulse bomb connects on the Gunza. He's going to go down. And this is definitely going to be double shrine here for Tempest. They should be able to shortly afterwards take more sappers and continue to control these bell towers. Sonya looking to finish off that top camp she was working on earlier.
The moment I saw Gleaming pick, as much as I liked it at first, it's going to be a tough time for him to dive in. When he dives in, there will be lots of CCs. Power slide will be the first, just like how they had the pulse bomb onto the target, face melt with the entangling root also. Can he really dive in and go for the kill? I think that's a split second damage that he can put out. But after that, he will be caught, or before that, he may be caught and dead.
Yeah, and as we just saw, like, the pulse bomb makes these kinds of plays so easy to execute. Oh, Good's gonna try to bait. Tracer's coming up. This is actually really cool. Look, he prevents the capture. Signs here.
Ooh, he actually got the contest right before.
Too. Gunza, if there was a pulse bomb available, might actually be dead right now.
I think Dami will get the pulse bomb very soon.
Yeah, he's got it now, but tough to thread the needle on HA2. Taunt here just used defensively. Silence coming up right afterwards. Sniper, protection. Not going to last much longer there. It does get taken out.
Oh, look at this root.
Pulse.
Oh man, Miracle's really having some troubles going in with so much CC, ETC making it work.
Pulse still building here. Just even use this wall to continue to build it. As we head into this next section of altars, they are not able to kill the bell tower. We're not that far into the game yet, but they take the wall away, grab that experience lead, have the closer to 10 experience, despite the fact that HA2 is split pushing down here. Good's going to make quick work of this. Now, Miracle cannot afford to lose both this time. Lockdown's going to look to interrupt. Too zoned right now. I don't think he can actually do it. A trade is still good for Tempest because they're head in experience, they're head in core shots, and they just lost Hassadar. That's one thing that's not good.
Probably CC'd and taunted by Varian there.
Yeah. Probably Varian plus silence.
I think it's a good adjustment. Judy was diving in onto Tracer, onto taunt, and the moment you go in for the charge and taunt, The shield was always there on the Tracer, never really got the kill onto Dami, so might as well switch the target onto Tassadar, maybe onto Malfuri if you get a chance. And once they do it, I think they will have much better of a team fight.
I think that once we have 10 too, there's a lot more they can do with it. Like, there's different ways to engage. It could even be an X-Strike game. Like, I wouldn't even be mad at them if they do that. I think it makes sense in this case. Okay, Taunt committed to the Tassadar. There's the silence. Cleanse allows him to dimensional shift away. That's probably exactly how he died last time. He's going to survive this time, however. Be able to tap. Miracle not utilizing these advantages very well, though. They almost kill a Tassadar, and all they do is clear a wave. They could be invading camps. They could be putting pressure on elsewhere. They could be trying to gank the Sonya, who's extended in lane. Need to make sure they can make the most out of these small victories. 10's up for Tempest now. They can't really do anything in this short window of time.
They rotated down, maybe hopefully looking for a Tracer to be put her or his guard down, but Sign was spotting all that in the meantime. He was being the ETC ward right there in the bush. So what do you do here as Miracle?
Well, you're going to have to take a team fight.
Cursed Bullet?
Theoretically, yeah. I actually like the Cursed Bullet. You're going to have to take a team fight where you're hoping that Tempest overextends here. Sonya's already coming down, though. It's going to be all into Haka to open up this fight. Cursed Bullet can be used here after the silence. Good survives, though. Twilight Dream coming through. It is going to be the X-Strike coming out from Genji. Judy survives through all this damage. The Haka's down here.
Nice call, Wolf. The extra damage they lacked on was done by X-Strike. And they had the sustain from Jaehyun. They can engage. Varian is coming already.
Okay. Deflection coming up here. Sniper very low. Dami gets taunted, though. Can't kill him. And looking for the follow-up blinks here to get on top of him, but just cannot do it.
Oh,
Triple mosh, though.
HGC cannot stop this, and Genji's away.
Jaehyun, though, still surviving, keeping everybody alive here with the bio kill switch. Recall here going to allow the pulse onto Jaehyun, but it's going to be a trade that Miracle wins. But unfortunately, the mosh was just a little bit too little too late. Lockdown uses his Oracle to see where everyone was coming from, to see if it was possible to save his teammate. Was not. And Miracle catches up in experience. Will even up the core health. And maybe, G-Club, just maybe, we've got a series on our hands here.
Hey, Wolf, I like that team fight, focusing on the Sonya, because they have Cursed Bullet. Of course, she had the Whirlwind and survived for such a long time, but once you lock in that moment, when you need that extra damage, X-Strike is the way, got the kill. And they survived for such a long time, so staying around the Stukov, understanding how your support works. Your positioning right next to it, spreading your healing. I love their positioning and how they focus in that team fight.
Tracer just can't do a lot of damage to a bunch of weakened targets. She can focus one target very well, but once that's done, once the pulse bomb is completed, she can harass, she can try to find kills onto the back line, as we saw the attempt there, shut down several times. But she can't kill people quickly enough, so Stukov just gets a big burst heal, bio kill switches it, drops another one, and then Stukov just out heals everybody forever, it feels like, on these long contested points. They need to have snap decision making. They need to be able to kill, if possible, Jaehyun in the backline faster than killing him after 2 members are dead. End up getting a bad 1-for-3 trade. Daka's finished his quest now, so he's going to be much more powerful, much more sustainable, going to be so great in these fights here with the Stukov. Dami almost got silence combo there. We've seen this combo back last year, the Varian silence with Stukov. And well, it's been so long I had forgotten actually how effective it is, but it's just really shutting down mobility hard right now. It was kind of considered the counter to Tracer. For those who remember, Task Tracer, silence is great against both heroes. Taunt shuts down the mobility of the Tracer. So, old school counter here. In effect, this is not the hero they really wanted to taunt, but the silence is good.
The body block is so nicely placed, ETC cannot escape.
Oh, look at this slap as well to keep good away. Guns is going to survive. Good. Not so sure he will. Does get taken out here. Miracle starting to win this game with good body blocks, good control of these zones. It was not the target they wanted necessarily, but it was the target they were able to isolate and kill there with the silence, with the body blocks. Double kill here. They steal the cap. They have total control over this game now. They were very behind, then they were even. Now they are massively ahead.
They're starting all that with the taunt with the silenced combo. Nothing seems like can even escape. Maybe a Sonya? I think Sonya survives a lot more than ETC. ETC couldn't really do much. Body blocked out. Was in that silent for such a long time. You can't power slide away that choke point. Of course, once you commit too much as Miracle, if you're unable to get the kill, then it will be the turn for Tempest to actually turn the tide around. But unless that happens, as long as you can secure that one kill, Miracle will keep the team fight in their hands.
Yeah, it's just like a total pick or die situation here for Tempest. You kill someone or you die, you lose the fight. And how they're going to operate around this when they have to worry about flanking Dahakas, when they have to worry about this taunt combo is very terrifying. And you can't really bait out a silence because Jaehyun's been doing a great job. Okay, this is going to be a lock-in of one here. They're even going to commit the Archon here, the root. Burrow comes through. This should be the kill onto Dahaka. Now, what can they make of it? They used a lot of heroics there. That's the pick they were looking for. Silence here, though. Sonya's down. They win the 4v5 trade sign. Very low. I'm not sure if he actually used Curse Bullet or not, but I assume not, so that's a scary thing. But this trade is kind of better for Miracle because they have a long, sustained composition, can win the fight regardless of whether Dahaka's there. He can also burrow back in.
Yes, that's the thing. Only 7 seconds, and they are controlling it. They got the trade on to top. And Tempest, they know that Dahaka can come any time right now. So they had to back away. Oh man, how Miracle was able to catch that 4v5 was almost amazing there. How they were following up with the CC. Seemed like they didn't even know that was possible themselves.
It's just like all the heroics used meant there's no Archon for disengage, there's no Mosh Pit to threaten anybody. It was just Miracle saying like, yeah, you've kind of used a whole lot of everything here. Okay, burrow movement here for HA2 can help them get out of here. Looking for that contest. They lose it. Look at Sign's positioning. He wants to cut these members off.
Mosh Pit is on cooldown.
Yeah, so Silence is not, so they need to be careful about how they engage. Here we go. Taunt. Silence.
Isolation and does survive.
Really good Twilight Dream here. HA2 is going to avoid the pulse with another burrow movement here, but they want this bell tower. They want to recontrol the macro. Good's going in deep. Good's up very low. Look at all the healing, though, coming out from Stukov. They're going to re-engage, it looks like. Sniper coming to the top here. Good is the target. Bell tower is so close to going down. HA2 is going to blow up here before lockdown can go down. He's got this Archon doing so much massive damage, going through the healing that's on cooldown now for Stukov. Judy is the next target. Sniper dashes in. X strikes to get away, but he's stunned, and he does get away with the protection for just a moment, but eventually taken out. There's the counter kill from Jaehyun with that long-range silence. But they got the bell tower just before this altar. They have control of the map. I think they can boss here. Sign's very low, but they should have enough damage to do this in time. Sign's going to head bottom. Really good coordinated fight.
From that double support. I mean, Miracle, I think they picked the right target by having Sonya used everything. Curse Bullet, all the damage. Silence came in maybe like 0.1 second too late. That's why she was able to survive. Basically every single heroic on her. Isolation, Curse Bullet, even X-Strike was used later. Maybe if that had landed before onto Sonya, maybe that could have been a kill. But without the kill, as we mentioned, Tempest had all the tools, the healing, the shield, to bring back Sonya alive, and that was their time.
It was so close. Everything hinged on that moment. Top bell tower is now under attack by Dahaka, of course, heading up there. J2 just wants to clear that. Tempest's not going to risk a fight right now. Dahaka can come in at any moment, so just going to trade these sappers. The next altar is going to be the solo bot. Boss is not up for a long time, so this game isn't going to end in the next few moments. But what might end is the chances of Miracle getting 20 in this game.
They have a bell tower down, but still they have Dahaka as the global, so it'll take some time. But as long as they don't fall behind too far in the macro, I think they still have a chance. That's what I love about Towers of Doom.
Sapper's getting escorted in.
Oh, they're diving in deep here.
Coming in deep, as you say. Actually being very risky about it. Sapper's not actually going to connect there with the silence. They can't actually charge through. So they do a little bit of range damage, but that is it. Bell Tower barely surviving for now. Shade 2 is going to have to wait for the next wave. They'll be able to clear this. But it will be cleared. It's going to be a 4-4 split. Doc is going to look to come in and brush talk. They want to take this fight. This fight is so important for them to take before 20. If they can win this fight, they might be able to actually catch up and get 20 first. There's so many ways back in this game, but if they lose this fight, they go down to 7 core health where 2 altars can kill them. They're going to give Tempest the 21st. They have to fight here. They have to make this work.
So Tempest soaking in some extra wave. Coming down now, maybe looking for a possible. Good is already
Rush
there,
Talk.
knowing it.
Yeah, Rush Talk's coming through. Good. Caught here, silenced, instantly blown up. Not going to work this time. Mosh Pit does catch this Stukov. However, no more silence is going to be coming into this fight. Sniper, very low, stays at the back here. Recall coming through from Dami. Everyone's in a bad spot. That was a really good mosh, really good zoning. No more healing, so they can't win the sustained fight against this double support. Judy caught here, uses his protection, but he is going to go down. Genji, though, gets a kill, is going to protect himself. Deflect there.
Oh man, this is... Even without the Stukov, the healing was not there, but they are able to put this out with the focusing,
and
which they were never good at.
They've got 20. Really good focus fire there. Great job to utilize this Genji very well. Sniper struggling, staying in the back of the fight for so long, but then coming in with a 3rd health, getting those dash resets, blowing up the fight. They take Bell Tower control for the first time. As you can see, ETC just soaking mid, just looking for that level 20 to even things up.
And we're even, 11 to 11.
11-11.
And the boss should be coming back up in within a minute. And Tempest, they have the rotation, but still a Bell Tower down would mean that Miracle has all their chance to rotate that Dehaka to the top to the bottom, wherever they want to.
Well, now that we're 11-11 and 20-20, everybody make a wish. I know what you guys want. You want to see Phoenix in Game 4. Gonna have to be cheering for Miracle, though, in this case, if you want that to happen. Anything could change in this next team fight. Bell Tower going to be protected right now. Guarded, probably the better word in this meta, by Miracle. Guarding it here, allowing these sappers to come forward. They're going to try to escort these into the core. 6 sappers, of course. Not all of them are going to make it through. In fact, maybe none with Hyde on the Malfurion here. 3 executed already.
Root not even used.
The sappers to the top did connect to the top bell tower, but nothing else happening up there. Right now, Miracle needs to be careful not to overextend, but the same is true of Tempest. They don't want to get silenced again. Good needs to wait until the silence comes out, I think, before he engages, because he's the first to die every time he goes and he gets taunted the silence, he dies. If he could just be patient, or at least try to force the combo out early with the ETC, maybe, that could be one way they could engage.
Miracle would want to finish the game here, as they have the bell tower on the bottom and the altars on top.
They could get very close to it. Double altars would put 1 health on the core of the team fight, though, with boss coming up in just a second. Might just be good enough. If they play passive, it's going to go longer, though.
They do not have the sappers timed perfectly. Is this just going to be a trade? Putting us to 6 to 8.
Looks like it. Boss is up. Boss will not end the game for either team. So, not going to be contested at the moment, but look at what they're doing bottom. Setting up for more sapper escorts. This is looking like a win for Miracle. They have control of the map. Dehaka sees everything, so this is actually not a secret. He moves away.
They're making a rotation now to top.
Look at the split here for Tempest.
Near the boss.
Ooh, the shurikens miss. I hope he understands that it's just because he physically missed. Okay, looks like he did. Even using the banner now for some extra vision.
Oh, this is an intense moment. This is exactly why I love TOD so much.
So the next altars are going to be mid and bottom. Tempest is just going to head down to this location here to try to take the bell tower away before that happens. Either way, 2 bell towers will kill them. A boss and the bell tower will kill them. They show 5. Miracle's rotating the boss. Being hesitant, though, they rotated to boss, they changed their minds. HG2 is coming down here.
Ooh, way too early.
Way too early.
No one's here, HG2.
Pulse coming in. He uses his healing there, his stacks, but he's going to get caught by this root. He's going to go down. Mosh Pit comes in as well. That's the double.
What?
Miracle. A huge throw here. They had every advantage. They hesitated, but they miscommunicated. Half the team goes for the boss. Taka goes bottom. Here's the pulse. Protection will prevent the kill. But it is going to be now potentially a double altar taken for Tempest, which would win them the game. Exactly 8 damage here coming through. But here's the power slide from Sign. Miracle is going to lose this game. They fought so hard to get back into it, but it's over now. That is going to be GG.
They need all 5 if they want to do anything. Taka diving in alone with a variant only, no follow whatsoever. Guys, that's going to be game. Tempest will take 3 out. Tracer dies, but that doesn't matter.
What an egregious mistake. There was nothing to be gained from from protecting that bell tower. Even if they lost it, which would have been crazy. They would have been hard-pressed to lose that in that short amount of time before the altars. But even if they lost it, 2 bell towers was still into the game for them. And 2, either way, if they lost 2, they lose. If they won 2, they lose. But they messed it up. They lost the fight. And that's GG. Tempest, the more solid play in the latest part of the game, the only part that mattered. And Miracle finds himself with another 0-3 loss. Very